How did I get tinnitus at the age of 65, 70-ish? Well, if I look back at my lifestyle, when I was a late teenager, 18 to about 40, I was a session drummer. And I played in lots of bands, but they nearly all had one in common. Loud, very loud. Those big amplifiers were deafening. And obviously, being a rock drummer for all those years, I wanted to make sure that the people at the back of the hall knew I'd arrived. And when it came to motorcycles, it had to be a Harley. Was it loud? Oh, you bet it was loud, because I wanted to know people, I have arrived. So that could have been the reason why. But I never noticed anything throughout my, let's say, 30s, 40s, 50s, until I hit the 60s. And that's when our bodies really wind down. And that's when I started to not hear things. The telly went louder. I leaned forward and all sorts of things like that. And eventually, once driving in the car, I noticed I didn't hear the indicator. So let's have a look at the video and you'll see. We need to protect our ears, and we don't. We never did in the past, we never thought about it. But when I got a referral from the doctor to go to our local hospital, audio department, and they are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And the technician there, doctor, explained, our ears don't go to sleep when we do. Our eyes do. Lots of our functions go into tick over mode, but our ears are basically working non-stop. When we go to bed, we need a dark, quiet room. And that's a problem. That's what I think the problem is, because that lack of sound, our brain, clever and stupid, creates a sound, and we call that tinnitus. So some people say, go to sleep with some music in the background, very, very distant music, or maybe open the window slightly and hear traffic noise. That might help. But if you've got a dead, silent bedroom, that could be the trigger. So how to solve it? Well, there's several ways. First, when we are young, 1 year of age, we need to put ear defenders in, big muffly things. Take a look. These are the ones. And as we get older, obviously we put in earplugs. And if you're a musician or involved in motor racing, for example, sports events where there's lots of noise, ear defenders. Don't be a hero that goes deaf. Many of my friends who played in a band have got massive hearing aids, or they're almost deaf, because they were the guitarists who stood in front of massive speakers. I was lucky. I was behind them, so my noise was my drums. That was bad enough. That was really bad enough, because as I said, I'm loud. Well, I was, not now, in that respect. But so it is done. It's doable. So the first thing you need to do is to go downtown, find a local audiologist and go for a test. If you have to pay, pay, because these ears are worth $1 million. As far as I know, once they go, they go. If our eyes go, we can maybe have a cataract done, or we wear glasses and all the rest of it. So there's lots of support for eyes, but for ears, hearing aid. And we've got 3 types. Over the ear, which is behind the ear, which is what I've got. and then there's the ear, and then there's one that's called within the ear. So the smaller they are, the better quality they are, and obviously the more expensive they are. But I'm happy with mine. But I've noticed one thing. My tinnitus goes down when I wear these aids. As soon as I put them on, I wake up with tinnitus. Sometimes it's quite loud. And then as soon as I put the ears in, and then I adjust the volume on the app, which you'll see coming up, then I can hear perfectly, and the tinnitus, where's a good word? Tinnitus goes down. When I go to the theatre or any loud event, I take them out and I put ear defenders in. Because the last thing I want is an amplifier in my ear, because the speakers on the stage are massive and loud, because they have to be. So I always wear the insert ones. On an aeroplane, there are aeroplane ones, and that's coming up in the slides shortly. So there is a cure. As I said, go to your local independent, get a test. Go to one of the big stores, nationwide stores, and get a test. Get 2 or 3. They could be free. Therefore, why not? Get the printout. After that, definitely the number one place is going to be your local hospital audio department, and you can only get in there by your doctor referring. They will then give you a super duper top of the range 5-star test, and they will give you some amazing ear hearing aids to suit you. Set it up with your app and you're good to go. Batteries are free. They last about 7 or 8 or 9 days. So I have a regime that on Sunday night I take them out. So on Monday morning I start off fresh, and I repeat that every week. So they're always fresh and good. But on the app it tells me that when they're 20% left, I get a ding dong and it's time to change. But I beat that to it. So enjoy the video. If you have any comments or hints and tips about tinnitus, please leave them in the link below or the section below. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. Take care.